Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. For this week's reading, I will be working with the Arcanum Tarot. So, as always, these readings are general readings, so they may or may not resonate with you, but my intention is that whatever is for the highest and best for whoever that is watching comes through, okay? So let's get started. I feel more guided to pull 4 cards. We'll see how this goes. Okay. All right. So we have our cards here. Okay. The first card we have is the Major Arcana, Chariot. Okay. And this card is all about moving forward. Okay. What I'm feeling with this card is that it's like you're putting all your energy, all your strength, all your willpower to move forward on your journey. It's like you've set your mind, you have a goal in mind, and you're pushing your way forward. Now, the other thing that I'm also picking up with this card is it's like you are also integrating your light and your dark energies within yourself. So you're making peace with all the aspects, okay, and you're moving forward with it. So with this card, I feel like your emotions may sometimes get to you. Even though you're focused, you have this goal, you're like, I'm leaving all this stuff behind and I'm moving. Now, for some, this is also a move as in a relocation or a job change, but I'm feeling that this is something internally that you're doing. And when I say that, what I mean is you're taking all those aspects of yourself, your light, your shadows, the good and the bad, and you're embracing it and you're moving forward with your plans. You're like, I do feel these emotions, I do feel all this stuff coming up, but I'm finding peace within myself and I'm forging ahead. And for some, this is also, the Chariot also stands for the sign of Cancer. So maybe you're dealing with a Cancer, or you could be a water sign yourself. But I feel a lot of good energies with this. I feel like you're focused. I feel like you have a plan and you're ready to bring that forward and you're all charged up for it. And I'm almost feeling like there is no stopping you. There is no stopping you with this card. This is a Major Arcana, so it holds a strong message. And with these wings here, it's like with these wings around the Chariot, I feel like it's almost like you've conquered your fears. You've conquered your setbacks. So anything that was holding you back in the past, you've overcome that and you're forging ahead. That's what I feel with it. Now we're gonna go through all the cards and then I'll just say what general viewpoint I'm getting with the cards as well, okay? The next card we have here is the Hermit card. Whenever the Hermit comes up, for me, it's a lot of soul searching that you're doing. You're going inwards for answers. The Hermit also, astrologically, this is for those who are, the sign of Virgo. So you could be a Virgo or you could be dealing with a Virgo, but it doesn't matter. We're not going into specific signs here. This is just the energy that it holds. Now, I feel with these 2 cards, and both of these are Major Arcana, it's like you are forging ahead, but you are it's like you are following your inner compass. You are following your heart. You are following your truth. And you are either meditating or tapping within or looking for signs. Now with this card, I also feel like for those who are meditating, it's great because you need to meditate and you need to be in touch with your spirit guides, because I feel with this you're going at such a great speed that it's almost like you don't want to miss on the signs. You don't want to miss on the signs that are around you. And in order to do that, you really have to you really have to, I don't want to say step back, because this is like really moving forward. What I mean by it is, I want you to tap in your inner wisdom and see what's coming through for you. And it's almost like when you tap in, you're going to be able to navigate through the waters. There's water here, there's water in this card as well. So but this seems a bit more tumultuous compared to this is more calm. So basically, when you meditate, when you tap into your guides, listen to your inner guidance, you'll feel that strength. You'll know where you're headed. You'll be in touch with your spirit guides. That's what I'm feeling, because this is fast moving energy, and this is telling you that even though you're moving fast, make sure you take out this time for yourself and you tap within yourself for answers, and just don't be on the go. That's what I feel with this. The third card we have here is the Seven of Cups. Now, when I look at this card, to me it means many options, but you know, in this specific reading, what I'm getting is that you see these options. Some of them are, I don't know if you guys can see it, but these cups hold different things. Now, some of these things are real, some of these things are illusions. So what I feel with this card coming in the third position is that when you're charging so fast ahead, it's like you're going on with your life. You have these plans, you have these goals, and you're totally focused and you're moving on. This card is telling me, don't get lost in the illusions of life, because there are a lot of illusions that seem real. You know, there are things that, like they say, all that glitters is not gold. So this card is telling me that yes, you're moving fast, and yes, you're meant to be on this path, but it's important that you tap in so that you don't get lost in these illusions, okay? Because some of the things just look charming up front, and they're not they may not be good for you. So when you're tapping within, when you're connected to your guides, you will know what your truth is. And sometimes, you know, there could be some things that people say, oh, this is great, if you could, you know, you should do this, or you should do that, or you should be with this person, or you should, whatever it is for you. But when you're tapped within and you're tuned in, you know what works for you and what doesn't work for you, okay? It may work well for others, but it may not work so well for you. So this card to me is more like a warning sign, but I don't think that you need to fear this because of the Hermit next to it. So this card is telling me that the more you're tapped in within yourself, you won't be lost in the illusions. Now, interestingly, we have the Ten of Swords in the fourth position, in the last card. Now this tells me major endings, okay? But this is in the future position. So this is telling me that there are some doors that you will just have to shut down. That's what I'm feeling with this. There are some things that will have to come to an end. And don't get lost in, now these options could be people, situations, partying, you know, and so many different things that could just be distractions. That could just be distractions for whatever it is that you're focused on, because this is a very focused card. He knows where he's headed. He has these both, you know, the light and the dark balanced together, and he's forging ahead. But then you have these illusions of the world and the things, you know, the things that you should do and you shouldn't be doing, and this option and that choice, and it really comes down to you, what you choose. But this card, as in the fourth position, tells me that you will have to close some doors. This is the card of endings, but with endings, with the 10, it's always a completion of a cycle. So this is telling me that there are some things that you just can't go back to. There will be some options that you just can't go back to, because you will have to accept that ending. You will have to accept that those doors are closed. And I see that you are doing a lot of introspection here. And I see that as you're moving forward, it's almost like you're assessing, will this work for me? Will this option be the best option? How is it gonna work for me? Is this option even real? So these are the questions that you are asking yourself with the Hermit card. But the Ten of Swords tells me there are some harsh realities. There are some harsh truths that you have to be willing to see. That you have to be willing to see, that you have to be willing to put an end to, that you have to bring about a closure within yourself in order to clearly move ahead with whatever this is for you. Because I do sense that there are some things that have come to a close, but you're still figuring out. And there may be different options or people or situations that are pulling on your energy. But like I said, this card can sometimes be deception and illusion. So make sure that you're coming from a grounded space. Okay? I'm also getting with the Ten of Swords here, like, don't go to the past situations, past jobs, past people and situations that failed you, that made you feel betrayed or heartbroken, or that just broke your trust. Like, don't go back to those situations that made you feel so defeated. So that is what I'm getting, because they may come back showing you that they have all these cups for you, but the reality is that this is like, if you've already been through that, you know what the reality is. So this card is saying, don't get sucked into any illusions, into lies, into deceptions, into things that just are, that just glitter on surface, and you know that it's not real. You know that it's not real. You know how painstaking it is. But I'm just happy to see this card, because this just tells me that even though you're moving fast, you are also slowing down by tuning within. So you are moving forward for sure. And this is like, whatever move you're making, it's bold, it's courageous. You're like stepping out of your comfort zone. You're doing things that you think are right. Look at this guy. He's holding on to his staff and he's moving forward, even though the water is like tumultuous, but he's moving forward. And then this card is telling me that you have that inner strength, you have that inner wisdom to know your truth. And what is your truth? And your truth may be very different than those who are around you and telling you different things, that you should do this or you should do that. And you've been through so much with this Ten of Swords. Like, you've been through it all. Look at the number of swords that are in her. She's been through the ringer. Okay, and this card tells me that you know what is real, what is false, and it's important that as you move ahead with the choices and the decisions that you have to make, you're always coming from a place of your truth, trusting yourself, going within, seeking those answers within yourself, because the world is full of illusions. Okay, and every choice, sometimes we say we have choices. Yes, we have choices, but then each choice has a consequence. So these cards are telling me, yes, move forward. The fast energies are there for you, but then also check in within yourself. And if you do that, you will not get lost in this. You will not be defeated like this. Okay, so make sure you're always on track with your inner guidance. And I hope this reading resonates with you, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.